What's up, guys? Welcome to another exciting edition of Real Estate Podcast. This is episode 315. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
And I'm pleasantly surprised with Adam.
Some fat
guys, I shit on this movie.
You sure did.
I mean, I wasn't going to bring anything up, but
Since you did, we'll talk about it.
I did.
So how was it? A bunch of people sitting around a table trying to make each other laugh.
I went in wanting to hate it.
It's fucking. Is his name Chris Pine?
yeah.
It's Chris Pine, dude. You can't hate that guy.
You really
hard.
can't.
You can't hate him.
It's so hard.
I would say, which don't get me wrong, the whole cast did a great job.
Even though family.
He carried that movie.
He did.
Oh, yeah. Whenever they announce like a D&D, after playing it and everything, kind of being involved with it because I've been playing it off and on for like 5 years at this point almost.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, it's simple, right? Like you set the world up, you have people, you have them go like on basically missions, fetch quests, whatever. And it's just their experience. Like write it as goofy as you can because and let the seriousness still shine through, but you could still write it and make it to where people are having fun and having a good time. Because at the end of the day, like regardless of how serious like a campaign can be or anything like that, it's all about having a good time. And it's like if they could capture that in a bottle, and I feel like that they
did, man. Like the NPC that helped him get the helmet.
Yeah,
when he walked away, it's like, there he goes. Straight line. There's a rock. What's he gonna do?
Dude,
right over it.
That paladin was awesome.
He was. I like when he was like, I can hear every word you said.
Yeah.
And he's like, I hate you. And he smiled.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
But to touch on the humor and the fun aspect, part of me didn't want that. And I think that was part of the reason why I was like, man, fuck this. Because
but
D&D,
that's what D&D's like. At least when we play.
And I understand that, but D&D has such a big like scope to it. There's so much because I'll put it this way. One of the things that I didn't like about the movie, or that kind of put me off, is that they always name dropped so much more like stuff that we never got to see, more interesting places and things that we didn't, they didn't even bother with it. They just did it just to be like, oh yeah, guys, we're in the D&D universe.
Yeah, we're in Faerun and we're in the Forgotten Realms.
Look at our map. Yep, that's Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
And the Neverwinter thing. Which I mean, I know that was brought up a lot, and I feel like they definitely were like, if people are going to be familiar with playing the game, more people will be familiar with that MMO than, as far as like modern, youngsters and stuff. I know that a lot of older people probably went and watched this too that played D&D when they were teenagers as well. And I was surprised that the humor wasn't like, I didn't have a problem with it. It was well executed, and I guess it just calls back to the performances.
Yeah. Well, and the thing here's how I'll explain like the D&D stuff. It's like, and this is kind of relevant to like conversations that we've been having like non-pod and Trav. It's like the other day, I was talking because I've been doing the audio thing of the Dark Tower, and you're like, the Dark Tower movie is sprinkled with references to the Dark Tower and other things. And me not having any real experience in that universe didn't pick up on any of those. And
that's exactly what I feel like a chunk of this movie is.
Yeah, because they reference Baldur's Gate, they reference all of this stuff to kind of like as little like drop-ins in there for the people that have like played or even are familiar enough with like the campaign settings and all that kind of stuff. And I like how they did it, but they did it. It wasn't.
I think it's respect to the fact that the IP stretches multiple media,
Yes.
I think that was executed about as good as one could get with a film
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah. And I like those little drop-ins and stuff here and there because it's like, you have all these different like campaign books and years and years and years of like all of this stuff that's happened. And it's like they put that stuff in there for those people. But if you're not part of this world, if you're just a movie watcher and you're saying, "Oh, it's got dragons and magic and all this stuff," absolutely could sit down and watch it and enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like they didn't lean too heavily into the D&D stuff, if that makes sense. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah,
And it's like the little tidbits that you pick up where he's casting the illusion. Chris Pratt comes gallivanting through there with his lute and all that stuff, and he's singing, and like he gets
That
his
was
foot stuck.
hilarious.
Yeah,
oh dude, yeah.
and he starts breaking his concentration because illusions you have to concentrate on in the game.
Yeah,
And
he's
he starts,
stealing our bits and bobs.
Well,
yeah,
well, considering when that scene happens, man, let's roll it back to the start because I this is one of those few movies I think where there's a lot of scenes that are really kind of cool to point out with, like,
yeah,
because the build up, the build up to I gotta say maybe what the first hour
yeah,
is introducing everyone.
yeah. I would say
Um,
probably the first 45 minutes.
so the Jonathan thing was
That was fucking
the
genius.
the
Oh
bookend
my
of that
god.
was beautiful.
Yeah, they're like, is Jonathan going to be here? He really needs to hear. I don't want to recap like his whole thing. And as
Oh,
soon as he walks
When
in
they
there,
oh,
jump
they
even
out the
grab.
window, dude, he's like, "You've been pardoned." It's like,
I always love those little moments when that not just in this movie but in other ones where they'll be in a flashback
Yeah,
and they'll cut to what they're saying in person, but like you'll see them do it in the scene.
yeah,
I love how they did that with him too. Like he's talking to the person, then he just kind of looks off and goes, "I really need Jonathan here right now."
yeah,
Like he's kind of the person this is going to appeal to the
yeah.
most.
Well, then he backtracks, and they're like, "You're stalling." Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
You've already said this part already. Oh, it was great, man. Like that was great. I do like the relationship that they all had. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they're all they're all friendly to each other, and like most of the party is like have done stuff in the past. You get the one like newer character with the druid, which I thought that they did a fucking incredible job with like showing what a druid is capable of doing. You know what I mean? That whole chase sequence
oh,
of like,
I thought she said she was a tiefling.
yeah, she's a tiefling druid, so it'd be like her race and her class basically.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Um, I like, yeah, but that was actually the sequence I wanted to cut to next, man. Was like that was really really awesome.
yeah,
Um, Owlbear
yeah. The
all
owlbear thing
day.
was fucking awesome, right? I like how
Oh,
she hulked out at the end.
so like the time stop though. I know we're kind of bouncing back and forth, but we're still within the same 25 minutes of the film. But the explanation of them actually getting in the getting arrested and everything. Wasn't expecting. I don't know why, but for some reason I completely forgot that Hugh Grant was even in this film.
Yeah, right. All right,
But how wild was the way the time stop worked? How it just was a bubble, and if you get caught in it, like
Yeah, it just froze
you
you.
know, yeah, like
There there was a lot to love, man. A
and that
lot.
the the damn the red witch, man, or red bitch as I like to think of her. No, but no, that woman just had a face that made you just want to be like, dude, I want to hire another woman to hit you. Like I was hoping Michelle Rodriguez's character would just beat the pulp out of her.
I mean, I
But
was expecting at any point for pins to start coming out of her head and her start fucking getting chains drawn into the matter. You know what I mean? She's very pinheady.
so
I didn't expect though Bradley Cooper to show up.
Yeah,
Right?
as a halfling, dude, that was so fun.
It was
And then her having a thing for halflings, like,
The the most
hilarious.
polite halfling on planet Earth too.
yeah,
Like
like,
he was like, "You hurt me. You were a drunk, stone cold bitch, but I loved you. Have a good day."
it's
Like,
like I'll always love you, but damn. Yeah, that it was incredibly well, and it was pretty successful. Like, I think that Wizards of the Coast came out and said that it was successful enough that they're going to continue making D&D stuff. Like, of course they were working on the series right now with Minjanello for
with
Dragonlance, I think it is.
with now, I would say with features, they need to keep them one-off stories like this. Let it be Dungeons and Dragons subtitle. That's what this movie is about. Dungeons and Dragons. This one, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
Like that would
I,
be great if it was more like that. The whole franchise isn't condensed to one set of actors, one certain plot line. Like it can just be you can go all over the
Fresh.
place.
yes. And see, the thing too is, like, they could build their own, like, side universe, because, like, I don't know when in the Forgotten Realms, like, this story was supposed to take place, but, like, you could have legitimately have the villain of the next film be the skeleton that's still roaming, you know what I mean? And, like, it's a direct thing that happens from the previous film that doesn't involve any of those people, any of those characters. Like, maybe some things are mentioned here and there, but, like, they could do it like people do real life campaigns. You start over, you got a whole new set of characters that you're playing with, and, like, maybe the world's changed because of these other characters. And that would be an interesting way of, like, world building in an Avengers, like, Marvel kind of way, without
Yeah,
having those same characters constantly reprising their roles.
yeah. Like Adam said, that would be very fresh.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, it was I went into it like hoping for the best. Like, I was pulling for it right out of the gate, cuz I'm like, come on, man, like, now's the time if they do it right, and all this stuff. And I feel like that they hit the nail on the head with it.
I liked
It
it,
it
man.
it
It was
felt
fun.
like a silly time. Yeah.
Yeah. That fat
I
ass
mean,
dragon.
yeah,
Oh,
That
dude.
dude,
was
that was
hilarious.
hilarious.
Like
Yeah.
when he comes sliding down that, I was like, oh.
Yeah. The like
The
the
way dude
intellect
had to,
devours.
the way the
What?
dude had to tune the helmet,
Yeah.
Yeah, that
that
was
was
that.
that was dope
Yeah.
and funny.
Portal gun.
Yeah, that was cool. It's not a walking stick.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah, he twists
Probably
they
it.
stealing all the bits and bobs.
one of the one of the cool weapon moments for me had to be when Michelle Rodriguez pulls the axe out of the pit and it's all melted and she's like, "I'm cool with that
Yeah.
because it looks metal as
It did look
shit."
cool.
Yeah. So, I don't want to get like too controversial on the podcast or anything,
Oh man, go
but
for it.
but I remember there was an article back in the day, back in the day, a couple of months ago, whenever this released in theaters, someone wrote an article that's like, Dungeons and Dragons is another it's another classic tale of putting stupid male leads in a movie
Hmm.
that have to be saved by females, right? And and of course it got a bunch of buzz for various reasons, of course. You
It
know what I
sounds like
mean?
somebody with an agenda.
Yeah, right. But I mean,
I
I
didn't I
felt
didn't get that vibe at all.
no, no, not at all. Like, the female characters played it straight, like a little bit more straight than the male characters did.
Well,
But
I think that just had everything to do with how those characters were written in the first place, as to what those characters were.
yeah,
One dude was a amateur wizard.
yeah,
Uh, other guy was a bard that
yeah,
kind of went off the deep end.
the mouthpiece, if you will. You
He was
know.
good at strategy.
And I don't think I've ever played a game where you had a soft spoken barbarian type character.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I thought they were gonna hook up.
I did too.
Like I saw, so I thought they were gonna have to use the tablet on him. I was like, oh, we're gonna get there. He's gonna die. But then when I saw, I was like, oh, that come out of left field, and I was like, well, of course he's gonna save her. I mean,
yeah, of course.
this girl doesn't know her mom. Like that is her mom.
Yeah. Well, the way that whole plot line played out, I think is honestly what sustains, what makes the movie really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was a good left field. It wasn't tropey where, like y'all said, they had to save Pine.
He's like, what's wrong with my lips?
Yeah.
I was like, I think he kind of likes her.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, you know. Dude, whenever the wizard was telling him about liking the girl.
Yeah.
And when they get there and she's like, who are you? He went, ouch. He went, ouch.
Right.
I don't know who the kid that played the sorcerer is, but his comedic delivery and the dryness of his comedy was fucking great. You know?
Yeah, he kind of had that like nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I can do it. Like
he's like, I was courting her, but I was too depressing. It's like, goddamn, you know?
And how about Forge, man? How ridiculous was he?
I mean, over the top Brit, right?
Yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah.
He made me hate him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Push his ass out the window.
Yeah. I thought he was going to, once he was going in there to get that treasure, he was going to slip into the hole and like fall out of the fucking air balloon. Like, I thought that's how they were going to kind of end his story, but you know.
I actually got a chuckle out of the sequence where you see that wide shot of the balloon flying across the city with the portal on its mouth, just spitting gold everywhere like it's vomiting.
It's our big surprise, and it led everybody away.
Yeah.
Everyone followed it. It was like, it worked out.
It was great, man. Like I hope that they continue like getting people that really enjoy like the source material stuff, but can kind of come in and just be like, hey, let's have fun with it. And they could do like a grim dark, you know, D&D movie where it's like no chuckles, it's all straight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They could absolutely do that 110% and like
well, like for instance, like how hard would it have been to have swapped out the creature they were fighting in the games to an actual beholder?
Yeah, right. I thought that they were going to run into one in the Underdark.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that because, like, that's beholders sometimes, like, you know, nest or whatever you want to call it in the Underdark because of the tunnels and shit. And I thought that they were going to run into one down there. And I didn't think that they were necessarily going to fight it, but like maybe it was going to chase them. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something crazy.
They went with the dragon over.
Yeah.
Speaking of Underdark, how
the brains,
how yeah,
they went that kind of hurt.
Man. And also, how great was the grave digging sequence?
Oh my dude, the whole time that was happening, I'm like, I've experienced something similar to this.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna dig up this body, okay? Which tombstone do you want to go to? I want to go to this one. Okay, this is the name on it. Fuck it, let's dig it up anyway.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there was a recent session we played where that exact scenario played out similar, similar at least.
Yeah.
Talk to the dead guy that didn't know nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought about our campaign the whole time through that scene.
That shit was so funny. They dig the one guy up, and he's like, "I fell out of the bath. Like I didn't even make it to the battlefield. I fell out of the bath." It's like,
They left that one dude.
Yeah.
Just like, what's your favorite book?
Yes. Yeah.
Kind of hard to pick one, isn't it? Like,
did you guys see him in the mid credit?
Yes.
I did not.
It cuts to him,
and a credit scene, so
it cuts to him. It's just him sitting in the hole, and he just goes, "Can someone ask me a question?" Yeah, there was no allusion to anything else or anything like that. It was just one last little comedic jab.
Great. It was great, and I'm definitely going to be rewatching it, putting it on the pile, you know. And I want more.
Yeah.
I demand it. Need
Imagine
more.
if they put Danny McBride in one.
Dude, I mean
if you think about it, the movie did deliver on its premise. There was a dungeon and it had a dragon.
Yeah. Well, like it had to.
Yeah.
Not just any dragon too. It was like he's been eating good.
See, yeah.
But I mean, though, if we're really thinking about Danny McBride, though, can he truly top Your Highness?
Yeah. Well, he had a movie he wanted to make called Draven.
I actually revisited Your Highness here about, I don't know, maybe about a month ago. And it was, I forgot how funny it was.
I haven't watched it in years at this point.
Just imagine him.
A really random pull up.
Where he's like, all right, guys, you got to get your fucking shit together. Like,
they do like a R. Yes. Give it hard R too, dude.
Why not just call Plan D Plan B? Plan B sounds sour now.
Yeah. But like, I just want to put him in everything I see. I'm like, put Danny McBride in there.
Yeah.
He'll give fucking DiCaprio a run for his money. Scorsese.
Yes, Scorsese.
He's a McBride.
Oh man, it was good though. I enjoyed it. I'm excited for more. I'm hoping.
Oh, what was it? Best line of the whole movie is when that fucking paladin looks at Chris Pine and he's like, "I will not partake in the acquisitions of ill-gotten booty."
I mean,
he said some shit like that. And it was fucking hilarious, dude. I about spit my drink.
I'm giving it a full star.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It was great. Loved it. Want more of it. Delivered.
As someone, like, I'll admit when I'm wrong. I thought the movie was going to be shit. Wasn't. It was a lot better than I had thought. Full star from me.
Bits and bobs.
He's nicking out bits and bobs.
Because you know that's just some shit that somebody's like a DM's like, oh, you're in there nicking their bits and bobs, and it's like, what? What do you mean? What's their bits and bobs? I mean, you know, isn't it? Well, we got a little bit of movie news here. So Ray Stevenson has passed away.
Punisher Wasn't he the guy at the end of The Mandalorian? Was it The Mandalorian or was it the other show? Oh, it was the trailer for Ahsoka.
Yep.
Yeah. That's him in it. Yeah, the guy with the beard and the lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yeah, died suddenly.
Yeah. Says that he played Frank Castle in 2008 Punisher Warzone. He started acting in 93. He was in things such as King Arthur, Outposts, Book of Eli, The Other Guys, Kill the Irishman, Thor, The Three Musketeers, G.I. Joe, Retaliation, Thor, Dark World, Divergent, Big Game, The Transporter Refueled, Insurgent, Cold Skin, Thor Ragnarok, Accident Man, Memory, and Accident Man, Hitman's Holiday. Says, so yeah, I mean it's a bummer day for him, man. Dexter. Unexpectedly. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Oh, he was also. I guess it said Triple R in there, right? He was the bad guy. The guy with the gun.
Really?
Like the king, whoever was fucking on him. Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is I had no idea.
No.
This guy was in so many films.
No.
And it just showed you how good he was at like getting into his role.
Yeah. Yeah, he played the
He was one of the Warriors 3, right in front of our faces the whole time. He was the bearded one.
he was the guy in Dexter, the Russian guy, right? Was he Russian?
Yep.
From the one season with the strip club and all that shit? Wow.
I think it was either season 2 or season 3.
That's crazy, man. He's been in a lot of shit.
Well, like,
Yeah.
how's that going to go now with that show? Like, that show's going to come out, and he's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
wow. Yeah, because he did the voice for Gar Saxon and Rebels. So I'm guessing, and then he did the voice for the Clone Wars. So I'm guessing they're bringing that character over, unless they like exit that character in that series. I don't know. He's from Ireland, or he was born in Ireland, on a British Army base. Wow. Yeah, I had no idea this guy was in like so many things here. Porthos, yeah, he played Porthos. Sad day, man. Unexpectedly too, right? So like what?
Nowhere.
Yeah.
Happen a lot nowadays.
Yeah, too much.
What's crazy is his bulk of work are movies I've seen. So the guy's been in my face for years, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But I would like to think that's testament to just good acting.
Yeah. He just melts into the role, you know? So next up here, Sean William Scott would love to reunite with Kutcher for Dude, Where's My Car sequel. So I'm not going to go like super deep into this. This is what he had to say about it though. No, we've never talked about it. You know what? I always hear about it when I would do Conan, his show. He would always bring it up. He was like, guys, can you make that seriously, dude? Where's my car? I'm like, we have to for you, man. But I think the title alone is hilarious enough to make the movie. But I would love to work with Ashton again. If there was like a super funny, weird, fucked up script for sure. But yeah, I haven't heard anything about it. I mean, that movie came out in what, 99? 2000, 2001 maybe?
It is back there.
So, I mean, they could like, you know, have them as dads.
Yeah. It was 2000.
I mean,
funny movie too. Like,
I watched it recently.
Yeah.
It was one of those movies that was like, you can watch it with ads on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I've never watched a movie with ads on YouTube. I'm going to start this and see what it's like. And then an hour and a half of my life went by and I sit there fucking Zoltaning out. You know what I'm saying?
Pro tip. If you cue it to play on your Chromecast from your computer.
Yeah.
With your ad block.
Bypass.
No ads.
All right. I mean.
Now, here's the thing. I don't think that he might, but I don't think Ashton Kutcher's worth like $250 million.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's hurting to. Yeah. Whenever it's like Sean William Scott would love to read, I'm like, I bet.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think revisiting a stoner comedy is going to do him any favors.
I mean, I don't think so, but also at the same time, like he's
like there's clearly an audience for it.
Yeah, but he came back. Yeah, he came back on that 70 or that 90 show, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
So I mean, he basically played the same character.
But literally, I'll say this because the wife watched it. He literally walked on screen and then walked right off screen, so it wasn't
just
very
enough to
long.
put him in the trailer.
Yeah,
yeah.
Wow.
I learned something about him and his wife recently. I know he's married to Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
They're not going to leave their money to their children. They want them to work for something. Like,
I mean,
$250 million. They're like, nah. if we leave this to them, it'll fuck them up. They'll just be like trust fund kids.
I mean, that's a whole different topic. First,
Yeah, fuck that. You know.
Well, but at the same time, like, I mean, I don't know.
Well,
That's a
you're
whole
born
different
into
topic.
that life, dude. It ain't like you could have a normal life.
Well, that's true, but like, I guess that's even more
They
of
also
like,
don't want them to be like dicks. You know.
yeah,
Who knows if that's true?
right. But yeah, I don't know. Like at the end of and they may just be holding it aside for their grandkids or something. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
But here's my thing. Okay, real quick. If my parents have $250 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's generational wealth.
Oh yeah,
Well,
like forever.
not only, yeah, and not only is that generational wealth, but like if I wanted to be a businessman,
mm-hmm.
then let me start a business, like
Yeah.
loan me the money,
like help
you know
me
what I
get
mean?
something going. So
Yeah, and
I'm sure
like,
they're willing to do that.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
small loan of
I
$1
mean,
million turns into $1
yeah,
billion.
if
It's been
and
done before.
if I'm over here with $250 million, like I'm making things to continue to make money.
For
You know what I
sure.
mean? Like, so
Now, I think realistically speaking, I mean, of course, we only know what the fucking paparazzi media, whatever, knows. I don't think they're gonna leave the kids with fucking diddly shit. Like, I'm sure they're gonna leave them some money, but it's not gonna be millions and millions of dollars. Probably not even $1 million. Probably enough to be like, all right, you'll be okay. But the rest of, and then another question would be, where's all that wealth going to go? Like, are they going to do something humanitarian with it?
well,
I mean,
he's deep into the uh the child trafficking thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like trying to stop. So, to like, here's the thing: if it's between his kids and trying to stop kids from getting abducted and sold into sex slavery, then yeah, give the 250 million to them trying to stop that from happening to the children's. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'm at with it. But
I didn't
put
mean
your
to
opinion
turn it
on.
into something else, but
oh no, but
I just thought
honestly,
that was
like,
interesting to hear him say that.
which I mean, it's kind of cool y'all brought up the cause that he's behind, because honestly, I'd say that's the main reason we've stayed on topic for as long as we have, because we all kind of mutually know what he like. I mean, there's plenty of videos out there him talking to people and all that shit. So his sincerity seems valid, but who knows?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've never heard anything negative about the guy, and he's been in Hollywood at this point for 30, 40, 30 years now.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, that 70s show started in like 97. So somewhere around 99, 97. So, but anyway, next up here, there are new horror films spoofing Winnie the Pooh and Peter Pan that have been announced.
Oh
So
God.
more horror films spoofing Winnie the Pooh and Peter Pan are on the way. Thanks to these classic stories becoming part of the public domain, the doors were wide open for filmmakers to do whatever they wanted with the beloved characters, with the controversial Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey leading the way. That film didn't exactly impress the critics, but it was a huge success financially. So it's no surprise to see other filmmakers putting their hands into that cash filled honeypot. With that said, Variety has revealed the production of two new parody horror films, one taking aim at Winnie the Pooh with the other spoofing Peter Pan. The news comes out of the Cannes film market reporting that the films come from German distributor Dolphin Median and the UK production company Red Shadow Studios. The film's titles, Winnie the Pooh, Death House, and Peter Pan Goes to Hell, make it clear from the start
Do
that
you
we're
ever think
dealing.
you'd be reading that sentence,
No,
or
no,
much less saying it? I guess.
no. Make it clear from the start that we're dealing with horror parodies, which should hopefully help prevent any accidental viewings from small children. Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh Death House has been described as The Strangers Meets the Purge, written by Adam Stephen Kelly and directed by S.J. Evans, Dead of the Night. The film focuses on an unexpected school reunion in a remote country mansion, an event orchestrated by members of a cult who were mercilessly tormented by the guests as children. Now, years later, they're out for gruesome revenge. The script is supremely clever with scope for iconic visuals, and we have assembled a terrific young cast loaded with star potential, Evans said of the film, teasing it to be a genuine horror, even though it's a parody. I'm very excited to share the dark and disturbing horror with the world. As for Peter Pan Goes to Hell, that story has drawn comparisons from the filmmakers to Psycho and Nightmares in a Damaged Brain. Also penned
Mm.
by Kelly, this movie is directed by Phil Clayton, who did Lesbian Vampire Killers. It's a slasher movie, and though additional plot details haven't been revealed, Clayton teases what horror fans can expect. I grew up on a healthy diet of low budget horror from the masters like Sam Raimi, Wes Craven, and Peter Jackson. In recent streamer times, opportunities to create high concept horror on a small budget had vanished, so I realized the opportunity to dive on board with Red Shadow Studios and carving out an environment for filmmakers to come and craft some grassroots scares. Let the mayhem commence.
Dude,
Uh,
how about this for a Peter Pan idea? Have it in the style of Manbot's dog,
like a mockumentary style.
like a found footage type thing where you have like a like Peter Pan can fly, he don't fucking age, like just weird shit, you know?
Yeah,
And he just slowly loses his fucking mind.
yeah.
Have like
Uh,
his girlfriend or whatever named Tinkerbell, name that's the nickname he gave her, and she's the one holding the camera. That way we're like, all right. And then eventually she's fucking full on fairy mode, and the fucking camera's just I don't know. It's just an idea that came across as you were reading that.
well, I mean, the Lost Boys, like, what we okay, I could spitball on that the whole time because it's like we're
Yeah,
like
this shit
and there
going public domain is gonna do nobody any good.
yeah, because like okay, if Neverland, like what happens when COVID hits Neverland? You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
fuck.
Like or something on that scale, you know what I mean? And it's like you got Smee and you got Hook and you got the Lost Boys and you got all this other magic shit going on. Anyway, we've got public domain horror spoofs. And like Mickey Mouse is going to be in public domain soon. Like not they keep
Yeah.
trademarking an updated version of Mickey Mouse so that Disney can keep their hands on Mickey Mouse for as long as possible. But like the OG Mickey Mouse, like black and white,
Yeah.
is going in public domain. And I mean, that could lead to some very fucked up and interesting things there as well. Here's what I'm afraid of though. Like we're getting to that point now, and it's going to continue to get worse where you're going to have more and more things go into public domain. And it's like, at what point does it diminish the like the original? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, okay, Winnie the Pooh, that's cool. If you mention Winnie the Pooh to a younger person now, they're going to think the horror movie. They're not going to think of the animated classic, or the books or anything like that. They're going to think of the horror movie. So, like, at what point does it diminish, you know? But anyway, but it also opens the door where it's like you could tell a heartwarming Winnie the Pooh story still and, like, probably do very well with it. Like, so anyway, here's something that's crazy as shit. There is an unreleased Alien vs. Predator anime series that is complete, but it's sitting in the Disney vault. So, when the Walt Disney Company became the proud owners of 20th Century Fox, they inherited many big IPs. Among those were the Alien and Predator franchises, and it caused a bit of a stir at the time for the House of Mouse to be taking over the iconic franchises. Since then, Prey has rejuvenated Predator series, and a new Alien movie and series are in the works. However, it seems that there is another project that brings the two iconic space monsters back together that have been sitting completely in Disney's vaults for a while now in the form of an anime series. As revealed by Joshua Izu, the former 20th Century Fox licensing director, a 10-part anime series was fully completed before the Disney takeover of Fox and is now just sitting collecting dust. While there's never been any mention of the animated show from Disney, the success of Prey and upcoming Alien projects could be enough to spur them into releasing the new series sometime in the future. Speaking to the Perfect Organism podcast, Izo explained there is sitting at Disney now at 20th Century or at 20th Studios 10 episodes of a fully completed Alien vs Predator anime series that I produced. It's done, it's in the can, it's mixed, it's finished. It was produced and story cracked by Eric Calderon and Dave Baker, two unbelievably crazy talented guys. The series was originally planned to be just a regular animated show. I said, hey, listen, I want to pitch this idea of a direct to DVD Alien or Alien slash Predator and or slash Predator animated animation that we, the consumer products division, can sell against. Let us be the masters of let us be the masters of our own destiny rather than waiting for theatrical whenever a movie decides to come out. While there was a lot of speculation and ridicule over Disney becoming the owners of the Alien and Predator franchises, the arrival of Prey settled the unjustified claims that the franchises would be dumbed down and kiddified as part of the Disney family. Now there are two new Alien projects waiting in the wings, and they both come with quite a bit of expectation. On the movie front, Fede Alvarez, who directed the 2013 reboot of Evil Dead and Don't Breathe, is helming what will be the next installment of the film series. Although there are very few details known about the movie so far, Alvarez teased fans with a shot on the set of the new spaceship that will be playing host to the latest incarnation of the Xenomorphs. In addition to this, things have been moving forward quickly with the Alien TV show currently being worked on for FX, which comes from Fargo's Noah Hawley and recently cast Sydney Chandler in the lead role. Again, there's not much known about the plot of the series, but the events of the series will take place on Earth before the original 1979 Alien movie. Where exactly an Alien vs. Predator anime would fit into these plans is something that we can only wait and find out. That's kind of crazy to me that like they have a 10 episode like I read a little bit more into this interview with Izo or Izo. Apparently like around the time that they were making Alien versus Predator Requiem, was that the name of the second Alien versus
Mhm.
Predator movie?
Yeah.
Um he was like, "Hey, like, can we start working on this anime series so that we can sell toys for it? We can release it direct to DVD." Or this was like before streaming was like a thing or a big thing. So, like, can we go ahead and start doing this to make it marketable? That it's been in the works for that long. Like, how long ago did Disney acquire Fox? Like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe.
I bet it's really good.
Well, here's what I think. This is just pure speculation on my side. But I think that like if they release the Alien versus Predator series, it's gonna do well. Like regardless of how good it is, it's going to do well.
Yeah, and they can put it
And
on Hulu.
yeah,
Well, I also think too that they probably are keeping it in their back pocket for a time period where subscribing is low, uh, and probably not to confuse anyone during this slow reboot of both respected franchises.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because if they release the Alien versus Predator anime right now, expectations to release more is going to be
Yeah.
incredibly high. It took them. When did Alien versus Predator Requiem? Hold on, I
A
want to look that up.
long time ago.
They got
All right,
Fox March 2019. So you were on 3 years.
so 2007 is when Requiem came out, and then 2019. So it took over 10 years to get this scripted out, animated, voiceover, like the whole, anime, especially for something that's like being built from the ground up, takes quite a while to get the ball rolling on it. So like I think that the expectations for like watchers are going to be like, well, we want more of that. And it's like, yeah, well, it's going to be kind of like a one and done type thing. And they're like, yeah, but we want more of that. And there's going to be so many people watch it that they're going to feel kind of pressured into doing that. Also, on the flip side of it is like we got Prey. How is this Alien movie going to go? How is this Alien series going to go when it comes out? Is it going to be something that like we can rebuild the respective worlds on top of, and kind of pivot into a new direction.
Well, one way that it could work, and I mean, it would have to be at the skill of the writer who wrote the anime series. Maybe somewhere in the timeline of the movies or whatever, they can just inject that in and it'll just line up with continuity. Like, okay, this just happened to happen while the events of these movies were happening. And not that each franchise has to be interconnected, but it could just be, released as a limited crossover event or something.
I think it'll be a while because they just laid off all those people and they're about to dump like 50 different shows from their service. Y'all heard about this, right? They're going to remove them, like Willow.
No.
Yeah. The Last Man, Turner and Hooch, that new series they did. About 50 different properties. Here's the thing. As long as that's up, and as long as even if it doesn't get a lot of views, they still have to pay residuals. So they're just going to remove them. That's the problem. You heard people talk about that early on. They're like, the problem with the streaming service is they can remove it.
Yeah.
You never own that. I mean, there's ways to get it.
Yeah, of course.
But you pay for that app to be, I was promised this.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore. And it's crazy because it's like original content. It's not like it belongs to someone else. They don't want to pay for it. It's not worth it.
Makes you wonder if, places like Netflix have already done it.
Yeah. But Willow, like, that just dropped.
Well, Willow also tanked.
Sure.
I mean, because I feel like, to go with the whole residual thing, if the content is getting, a constant, stream of watches, they obviously aren't going to mind paying the residuals to keep that user retention.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's like The Office. That'll always be on some streaming service.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it? All right. I'm going to look at this real quick. It says Disney is starting to pull content from streaming with dozens of series and specials slated to leave Disney Plus and Hulu on May the 26th. The titles, which are being removed from Disney's streaming service globally, include Willow, Big Shot, Turner and Hooch, The Mighty Ducks, Just Beyond, Diary of a Future President, The Mysterious Benedict Society, and The World According to Jeff Goldblum, and Hulu's Why the Last Man, Dollface, The Hot Zone, Maggie, Pistol, and Little Demon.
Wait, they're getting rid of The World According to Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah.
Bummer.
Says the move, which comes with a content impairment charge of $1.5 billion to $1.8 billion, was announced during the recent Disney earnings call on May the 10th. We're in the process of reviewing the content on our DTC services to align with the strategic changes in our approach to content curation. At the time, no details were provided on the content that would be removed.
What would be interesting is if the original content that gets removed gets, like, according to demand, to get like DVD releases or Blu-ray releases.
Yeah.
Because that Goldblum show actually wasn't that bad. It was a variety show. There were some episodes that were worse than others, but overall, it was a good little travel style show. If that's your thing.
So this is some of the stuff. So the stuff that I already said. Then you got Marvel's Project Hero, The Right Stuff, The Real Right Stuff, Cheaper by the Dozen remake, the one and only Ivan, Stargirl, Hollywood Stargirl, Flora and Ulysses.
Well, it just sounds also like they're just cleaning up house of stuff that just doesn't get watched.
It doesn't get a lot of plays, and they don't want to have to keep paying.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going through this, and it's nothing is really like, damn.
What it does show you is that they made a bunch of dog shit.
Yeah.
And put it on there, and now they're like, like that. The Willow guy on Twitter was like, they didn't even give us 6 months, and they were like, we're for get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Yeah. Well, they've also gotten Nat Geo stuff on here too, like Life Below Zero, National Geographic investigates LSD and psychedelics. 9/11, One Day in America. Buried Secrets of World War II. Bin Laden's hard drive. Whoa.
I think this
Yeah,
is
Crocs.
going to start happening to more companies
I will say that for as far as Disney Plus
because
is
of,
concerned, oh yeah,
family.
Yeah.
but I will say the National Geographic was probably the staying power for me with it, which I don't like. Recently, I only keep it up. I only keep it subscribed whenever it's like The Mandalorian, or if I'm in the mood for watching some Star Wars or something. But I don't to say that I keep it every month, and no.
Yeah. Let me tack
Yeah.
this on while we're talking about streaming services real quick. So HBO Max is now Max. It's just Max.
They've already swapped over.
Now, but look, listen to this. Showtime is going to be HBO because it's available now. Yeah. What? I saw the tweet earlier. It was like Showtime will now be HBO because it's available. The name's available. And it's like, why are you doing that? Like when I think Showtime, I'm like, oh, Dexter. That was on Showtime.
Wait. So Showtime is rebranding itself.
They're going to change their app. It'll be the HBO. It'll say HBO. Not like, and it even has the logo, like the HBO with the little box, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they must own it, right? Does Lazoff own that shit too?
I mean,
why not just all put it on the same thing then?
Who owns Showtime? Showtime is owned by CBS and Paramount.
Okay.
Yeah, so why? So they're doing it just to be assholes, right? To get the name recognition and to get more downloads.
Yeah, it says here, let's see. Showtime announced they're rebranding to HBO now that the name has become available because HBO is a instantly recognizable brand. It's like, show it Showtime.
That's got to be the most Hail Mary fuck it professional decision I've ever heard.
Well, to me, Showtime was always like discount HBO.
Yeah.
Not as good. Yeah. You know, they didn't have The Sopranos.
Showtime to me was always just TV shows that you can cuss in. Maybe see some graphic moments.
Dexter.
Just rated R prime time
24/7 on there. But I just thought that was funny when I was HBO. But I'm like, huh. Like, even though they rebranded to just Max, it's like, you still don't own the name?
Yeah, what the fuck?
You've owned it my whole life. You're just going to give it up? Zazoff's like, fuck them.
Yeah,
probably sold it to them.
Yeah,
which, I mean, if we're talking about Showtime taking HBO and HBO taking Max, Cinemax?
Yeah.
What's that going to be?
I don't. It's going to be Pornhub.
Yeah, because there was always softcore on Skinemax.
Yeah. So
you always knew if you were like up late at night.
Oh, if it was late at night, then there's going to be some titty.
Tonight on Cinemax.
But yeah.
Well, that's crazy. And it goes to show you that like physical media, I mean, king. it could still come out on top.
But it's but well, not to be the doom guy over here, but it's also showing you it's a dying form.
It's just a sign of the times.
Yeah. But
I mean, if people are going to pick between streaming service and gas or food, if they're cutting, I mean, you know, people are subscribed to like a handful of services at a time, maybe 5 or 6 of them. And I'm over here like, why would you have them all? Like, pick one, watch a bunch of shit on there. It's like, all right, I've watched everything pretty much.
That's kind of how the wife operates. She might have 1 or 2 at a time.
Yeah,
I don't really care enough. Like whatever is.
When I get on there, dude,
I guess that's what I'm watching for the month.
Unless I have it in my mind what I want to see, I get overwhelmed with the amount of shit, and I can't find something to watch. It's just weird to have it. Like if I go in, like I'm going to watch this, I go straight to it, I play it. But if I start browsing, I just start adding shit to my list. I'm like, fuck, I can watch this. You'll sit on that menu
forever.
Forever, dude. Like that shit wasn't made for me.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see a resurgence. You know what I mean? That $5 movie bin at Walmart gonna you know what I mean? I've been
Well,
through there a
They've
couple
been
I will
$5
times.
say with that,
Blu-rays now.
well,
Yeah.
with that being said, though, it's probably a great time for companies that are creating like collector edition sets of stuff
Yeah.
because those are the only people really going out to buy. It's the only reason I would buy is if it's like a limited run that they have, or it's like a really nice box set and all that stuff. Like that's what would bring out my money.
Man. But all right. We'll figure that out when we get there, you know what I'm saying? But Eddie Murphy is in talks to play Inspector Clouseau in Pink Panther reboot. So
Love it.
yeah, a
Just
long
glad it's not
gestating
Kevin Hart.
reboot.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I agree with the Kevin Hart thing. Um, so long gestating reboot of Pink Panther is getting back on track at MGM with Eddie Murphy up for the lead role. Back in 2020, it was reported that Sonic the Hedgehog helmer Jeff Fowler was rebooting the Pink Panther franchise in a way that would include the animated pink animal in a live-action world. Now, a new update from THR has arrived revealing that talks with Murphy are happening. Should the casting work out, the Beverly Hills Cop star would be playing Inspector Clouseau. No other cast members have been named for the project. Like Sonic the Hedgehog, the film was described as a CGI live action hybrid, with the literal Pink Panther featured as a main character alongside a new a new incarnation of Inspector Clouseau, the French detective originally played by Peter Sellers. The animated Pink Panther would be featured as an imaginary version only seen by the inspector, as the film will focus on a smooth operating inspector who, thanks to a traumatic event, now has a Pink Panther for an imaginary friend. The latter, although he doesn't speak, does help solve the case. The new THR report also shares some additional plot information, albeit not much. The report claims that the story will see the Pink Panther's live action crew breaking him out of an animated prison to do a heist job. With that said, the movie is still in its early stages. Chris Bremner is writing the screenplay, still attached after he was reported to be involved back in 2020. Um, I'm interested,
Yeah, Murphy can handle that.
but like, didn't the I haven't watched the Peter Sellers Pink Panther movies for fucking ever, but I used to watch them a lot.
Yeah.
Like the Pink Panther was in it, but the Pink Panther was a diamond, wasn't it? Like, wasn't that the thing? Like the Pink Panther was the diamond that everybody was.
And we think of him like from the animated. Because didn't they do the
Right.
animated show?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that they're gonna like. I don't know. I just have to see it.
Well, they're going to
Either
combine
way.
the two.
Either
Yeah.
way, cue the saxophone.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? Do.
But it's all right. But hear me out, Danny McBride.
Oh my god.
Just say it.
Yeah, I would so watch that. You don't ever fucking say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you. It's like,
What
oh
kind of
god.
panther's fucking pink?
Yeah, yeah. Somebody fucking die you or something? It's like, whoa. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm interested to kind of see like what it's all about. But dude, I wouldn't mind going back and watching those original Pink Panther flicks. I even enjoyed the one with what's his
Mr.
name?
Magoo.
Steve Martin? No, didn't Steve Martin do?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, 2006. Steve Martin played. He was in the Pink Panther.
That's right. Yeah. Get a clue.
Yeah.
And that
So
one had the Pink Panther in it, right?
yeah, I think so. Like I think he was kind of like the transitional.
Yeah.
I can't. It's been so long.
It has.
It's been.
They have
But
Beyonce in it.
yeah,
What?
yeah. But yeah, Pink Panther though. I wouldn't mind going back and watching those original ones though. Those were so fucking funny. But yeah. Gabriel Luna is a lot more open to returning as Ghost Rider in the MCU. I'm sure he is. While Gabriel Luna has certainly been keeping himself busy with other big roles in the years since Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ended, he's still keeping that door open for a potential return to the role of Ghost Rider. On Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Luna played the role of Robbie Reyes version of the fiery vigilante. At one point, there were plans for him to star in his own spin-off series, but the project was ultimately scrapped before production could begin. Ever since, many fans have been calling for Luna to return as Ghost Rider in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Luna himself recently revisited the idea of returning as Robbie Reyes in a new Marvel project. He says how there's still not a day that goes by where someone doesn't ask him about Ghost Rider, referring to the ongoing popularity of his incarnation of the character. Luna makes it clear that he's keeping the door open to revisit that role if he gets a call from Marvel Studios. Oh, I love that character. It was really special, Luna said in an interview with Forbes. It feels like the demand may be there if the creative is there and it makes sense. I think with Marvel right now, it's so intricately woven that it would be a few years out if they started to think about it to do the character. I'm always open. For years, Luna would typically respond to the question of a potential return as Robbie Reyes with an answer that casts some doubt on coming back. These days, however, Luna says he's more open than ever to reprising that role. My stock answer used to be I loved what we did. I'm very happy with what we accomplished, and I can be happy leaving it on the shelf and admiring what we did and have the audience remember it fondly the way they do. To do the character again just gives me another opportunity to screw it up, the actor explains. So there's that mindset, but now I feel that I'm a lot more open should it come around. It makes sense. I'm more than happy to. I try to keep myself in shape. Arnold demands it. So I'm still certainly physically capable of doing it. And if it's a great story and they'd have me, of course. So yeah, I mean, here's the thing though, like I've heard rumors that they may bring Nick Cage back to reprise his role. Um,
Well, supposedly, the main female from Agents of Shield is supposed to show up in Secret Invasion.
well, I mean, he could pop up in that. Like this could be some classic dot 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 dot. Like Charlie
Mm-hmm.
Cox misdirection on this side because like
Yeah.
he could be in it. He could just be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
I,
definitely not in the Spider-Man movie. Dot dot dot
Or they're
dot.
filling it out to see how people react.
hmm
I really
Because
do
the
hope
comments will be
that
like, no or yes.
I really do hope that the new Daredevil is a good watch.
Yeah.
Well, if the writer strike ever ends, we'll get an episode of it.
Yeah.
Right.
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 Never gonna stop. Um, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I've watched the episodes that had this version of Ghost Rider in, and dude did a great job. But like, that's not that's not my version of Ghost Rider that I want to see. And I mean, I want to see the motorcycle Blaze. Like, I want to see like that version for me
Yeah.
personally.
I think a
Uh,
lot of people felt that way because he never got like a spinoff or anything, right?
well, they were talking about it, but
But
they
it never
never. It never.
happened.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
Yeah. Um, but it would be cool if like, they could do a multiverse kind of thing with Ghost Rider. I don't know if it's in the
A little
scope, but
cameo
like,
might show up.
yeah, I mean, and I think that like this version of Ghost Rider is different than like the Spirit of Vengeance. I think it's a whole different entity, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I may be wrong about that, but still though. But we'll see. All right, last up here. Marvel did not originally plan to hinge the MCU on Jonathan Majors as Kang. So Marvel did not plan to center the next few phases of the franchise around Jonathan Majors' Kang the Conqueror until they saw his performance in the Disney Plus series Loki, a decision that they may come to regret. According to author Joanna Robinson, who is currently working on the upcoming book MCU The Reign of Marvel Studios, it was after seeing Majors and Loki and the dailies for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania that they decided to put him at the center of the MCU. I was told by someone who works for Marvel that it was not the plan to make Kang the center of everything until they saw the dailies from Quantumania, and after his performance in Loki, which was so strong, they were like, "This is it. This is our way forward. We've lost our varsity hero team, but let's set up around this guy, Kang, and this performance that so many people are reacting to." After losing several of their original stars and characters, including RDJ, Tony Stark, and CE's Steve Rogers. I'm just gonna, that's how I'm doing the thing now. Marvel has seemingly turned to Major's villain as the saving grace, a decision that could prove difficult following the recent ongoing assault allegations. We know this is a huge problem for them, and they are facing and grappling with right now. And what's unprecedented in this for Marvel is, I would argue, they have never hung so much of a franchise on one actor as they tried to hang it on Jonathan Majors after his Loki performance and his Ant-Man Quantumania performance. Also, Jonathan Majors is now facing multiple accusations. So he was arrested in March on assault, strangulation, and harassment charges. Since then, reports have stated that Majors is now a suspect in several cases of assault and abuse, with the actor being dropped by his management company and public relations firm, as well as several projects, including a commercial campaign for the United States Army. I would argue more than Downey as Iron Man, more than Brolin as Thanos, that hanging everything on this guy is then going to pop up in all of their properties leading up to something called the Kang Dynasty has put them in a very unusual position. They don't usually hang this much on one person in the way that they did here, and that has put them in a bind. We do not know what they are going to do. I've heard conflicting stories about they are going to replace him, they're not even considering replacing him, etc., etc., but it's just one more thing. What Marvel plans to do regarding Jonathan Majors and his prominent role in the MCU remains unknown, with reports claiming that the studio is waiting to see the outcome of the court case in June. Other reports, meanwhile, have claimed that Marvel has already made up their minds and that Loki season 2 will clear up what they have decided to do.
That seems like they're doing the smart thing. Just
Yeah,
seeing
man.
everything come out. Like they can always recast him if the things come out, he's proven guilty of it, whatever, however that turns out, and they can distance themselves. But it's innocent until proven guilty, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing though, man, like maybe the writer strike is helping.
And
This like
yeah, and once again, you know, with like the next big superhero movie coming out, it's going to be The Flash, and it's got a whole
yeah,
thing,
I
and
mean,
his
yeah.
allegations were proven,
I
you
mean,
know?
he
Like,
kidnapped people,
yeah, there's no
yeah,
and
questioning
his
on
movie's
that.
coming out.
yeah.
Yeah, so it would be really shitty to
Yeah. Well,
to
and
repeat that same mistake.
let's think about this here for a second though. Like, and I don't want to like say one way or the other, and I don't want to divvy too far off of like a one way leaning, whichever way it may be, like mentality on this situation. But it's like if if the court case happens and it comes out and he is guilty, like to whatever charges that were brought upon him, this, that, and the other, and then like he does the things that he should do to try to rectify the situation,
Yeah.
right? Time served is time served, right? Like, look at Tim Lambesis. So, like, time served is time served. If he goes through the process and does the things that he needs to do as a human to like rectify this situation, then what do you think the public reception of him continuing to play King after that would be? Like, you know what I mean? Because like we've got Ezra Miller that was out there doing whatever dude was doing or chick they was doing, that was proven, and they're still releasing the Flash movie. That's still happening for sure. May not be coming back as Flash, but still releasing the Flash movie. And I know that this is a different situation because this is going to be like a major Marvel villain moving forward for the next 10 years, possibly. But I don't know. It's that situation like, what would public reception for something like this be like?
Well, you know,
And
when they had that last court date, the lawyer said we gave them video proof showing that nothing happened.
yeah,
You know, when you're a star like this,
yeah,
and you see, he's been seen, like there was a video 2 days ago of him walking around with somebody named Megan Good. I don't know who that is, but they were holding hands and going somewhere. It's like, I'm just saying, if he was like, I'm leaving you, well, you better not, because I'll do this. Like, we're going to need some proof that it happened, a witness.
Yeah.
Something a little more than just word of mouth. I mean,
yeah,
even the lawyer, though, he's like, it's a witch hunt. Like, we gave them proof.
Right.
Like, and remember the day after the woman went back on what she said, it was like,
yeah, it was a whole situation.
What happened? Because
Yeah.
this is the very reason that I will not be alone. Like when I go on service calls, if it's just a woman that's there, nah, not doing it.
I mean, I get it though.
They could say whatever.
Yeah.
And who's going to believe me?
Yeah, exactly.
That's an issue.
Yeah.
Or if I do, I have done this. I've recorded the conversation, like pulled my phone out, voice record, hit it. Every word that says timestamp there, there's metadata. Like, try to say I said something. Here we go.
Yeah.
That sucks though. You got to wear a body cam.
Yeah.
Or mic yourself up just to
have an interaction with someone, do your job.
I mean,
like,
should be like that sometimes though.
Yeah.
Because someone saying that will ruin you.
I know.
And that's what makes me think, like, hopefully, I mean, it could have happened, but surely that guy's smart enough to know.
Yeah, right.
If I do this, it's over.
Yeah.
Everything I've worked for.
Yeah.
And he's at the top.
Oh, yeah.
He's not halfway up. He's at the top.
Yeah. He's at the tippity top for sure, And it's just a crazy situation, man. And like, whatever, like, I hope this works out the right way. But like I said, the writer's strike might not be a bad thing right now for Marvel in particular, right? Because, of course, people are striking. But what do you think Feige's doing during all this?
Oh, they're working. They're getting spitballing, getting shit together.
Yeah, so they've
now they've got more time to work on Daredevil. I mean,
yeah, right. And that's the thing. Like, he's probably got contingency plans now for every single person that's involved in an MCU project. If this person goes off the deep end like Ezra Miller did, then we can pivot into this, or you know what I mean? And that's what you have to do now. Like, anybody could go off the rocker at any minute, or anything could come up like this, and that's just the way that it is. So, but yeah, like I said, it's. I'm interested to see what the outcome of the court case
is.
Well,
if there's proof, because this is in Manhattan, dude.
Yeah.
And if there's anything we learned recently about Manhattan, you don't have to be guilty of the crime to pay the price.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I don't know.
But you said I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And you want me to pay? But that means I'm guilty.
Yeah.
They said he could be in jail for 12 months. That's wild. For a Class A misdemeanor.
That's insane.
See, I want to see proof, though.
Yeah.
If you're going to come with this kind of thing, can ruin someone's life.
Yeah.
Ruin it. I'm going to need proof. Can't just take your word for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to need written statements from multiple witnesses,
Video
I've seen
proof.
true crime.
Yeah.
I know how this works. But yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because, dude, he's so good. And what bummed me out, I got so pissed when I heard that possibly going to cancel the Otis Redding movie that he was going to star in. I'm like, dude.
I know, right?
Well, because that's Otis Redding deserves a fucking biopic.
Yeah, for sure. And I think he would have.
He'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
actor.
Yeah.
Great actor. And I saw that article the other day where they were like, whenever we saw Jonathan Majors in Loki, we were like, whoa.
Yeah.
It made Disney rethink their whole plan.
Yeah.
They were like, wait a minute, dude. This dude's fucking something. It's like, yeah. Did you watch the other stuff he was in?
Yeah, right.
You would have known it then.
Yeah. I want to see how this plays out. For sure. But yeah. That's all I had for movie news, though. There may be a couple of tidbits floating around out there, but nothing substantial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing substantial.
So I have been seeing, I don't think it's necessarily segment worthy, but I've been seeing odd tweets about people getting early screenings of The Flash, and they're just absolutely hating it. It's really strange. Like nothing spoilery, but like just people just going hardcore about it. And I'm just like,
That usually happens.
Which, considering the center of the controversy with Ezra Miller, I could see campaigns being waged to, dissuade interest.
Well, and you always, these people that get early screenings are like, they write articles and shit. They're not like always superhero fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not big on comic books. Like probably some of those people, they're like, now Scorsese, that's art. These comic book movies are trash. You know those people.
Yeah. Well, also too, it's like with the amount of like negativity that's kind of been thrown around about the film because of the things that have happened in real life, maybe they're leaning into that a little bit and they're like, hey, we want you guys to come out and see early screenings of the movie, and we want you to trash it online just to drum up that much more. It's like, oh, it's that bad? I gotta see this, I mean, there's no such thing as bad publicity, right?
Which is, it's going to put that movie in a weird spot.
I was about to say that.
Not even because of the editing, but because one of two things can happen. Either the movie is literally carried by Michael Keaton's Batman and it somehow was originally intended that way, or in the overall 2.5 hour screen time, Batman's really not in it a whole lot.
Yeah.
I think I saw where someone said he was in it quite a bit, though. Maybe. I don't know.
I feel like he's the
Try
start
to
of the
stay
second.
away from.
I feel like he'll be the start of the second act of the movie,
I'd like to throw this at you guys before we watch the trailers. Do you guys remember Mr. Bean?
Yes.
Yep.
You probably watched how many? 50 different episodes?
Yeah.
100? There's probably 500 different episodes of Mr. Bean, right? There's only 15.
Yeah.
15? Dude, it felt like it was, every time I saw it, it was something different.
Yeah.
Of course, you'd see a lot of the same ones, but I was like, only 15 episodes?
Yeah.
Now, they did an animated series.
And the movie.
Which lasted way longer, yeah. But I just remember those clips back in the day. He'd come out, make a face, the crowd, they'd laugh.
Yeah.
I mean,
like, oh, it's the Blackadder.
He's literally one of the last great, physical comedy.
Oh, yeah. Bean. We got a movie here with the dude from Tenet.
Yeah, I'm interested to.
He's
to
finally
peep
popping back
this.
up again. Not to be confused with Tyler, the creator.
He had to take a little bit of time off, you know.
That Nolan will do it to you.
Yeah.
He woke up one morning, had a Nolan on the back of his neck.
He's like, I can't get rid of
the backwards bed. All right, you guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. Ooh. Damn, already. I bet AI wrote it. The fuck's an eviction notice?
Mm.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Whenever Arnold was like, I'm not playing Terminator anymore, I think he saw this trailer.
Yeah, right.
It's over. They got that out quick, didn't they?
Yeah.
This movie's scope looks crazy. Seems
Looks good,
original.
though, you know.
They're the first two. They got to it first. They're like, let's get that fucking AI movie rolling.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it.
nukes on, dude. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, Pilkington, Idiot Abroad. So, you know, like one of the best things about Conan was when he would do his remote segments.
Yeah, yeah.
This is just a show full of that.
Oh my God! Seriously?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, when he went to Korea and the girl with the stick, have y'all ever seen that bit? That shit's funny. She's like, why you like it? When she would hit him, he was like, oh, you know. Why you like? Love Conan.
One of my favorite was whenever he went to Cuba.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was fucking amazing.
Yes, they should have called it Conan Abroad.
Yeah, that would have been
Conan
amazing.
must go.
Yeah.
We'll see. But look, they've already got the new logo, Max. This is HBO.
Wow. Okay.
Nope. All right. Y'all ready?
Oh, yeah.
Trap?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, play. Hmm. So it's his podcast. That was his podcast when we were talking. Look at him. This is genius.
Wow.
I can't wait. Look, he's fucking tripping.
This is gonna be fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude. This is that song of him singing. I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
Where are you, fucking Pilkington? Get back out there, dude. You bitch. You should have done fucking 20 seasons.
No.
He should have covered the entire planet. Like, dude, imagine him in Alabama,
Dude.
Mississippi, Texas. Like an idiot abroad in the U.S.
I mean,
all fuck every state.
He could have done the like that you know the I don't know what they call it, but where it people travel the entire U.S. in that circle.
Yeah.
Could you imagine him doing
he's
that?
sitting there going,
like starting in Florida, working his way around.
He gets to some rural part of Alabama where he's like, a man can't ever. They can't build places to have a pint because there's always a church.
They send the driver in to get directions, and he can't understand the guy, but Carl goes in and understands it. He's like, I understand every word he said.
Yeah.
Like, go down there, turn down the road down there. And he's like, go down, turn down the road. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Oh. Pickled pig's feet, you know? All right. Next.
Brooklyn, no theater camp.
Yeah. I didn't watch this trailer, so if it's bad, it's bad. Sorry. It's new. All right. 3, 2, 1, play on theater camp. It's got Jimmy in it.
What?
They're theater kids. She's still holding the note. It's like modern day meatballs, dude.
Yeah.
Because you don't have camps like that anymore. You don't want to tell kids that.
No,
The
dude.
go-go box in Hell's Kitchen. Cue the cocaine. Kind of straight up guerrilla shit. It's shot like a documentary.
Yeah.
They don't look bad.
No. Looks like it's going to make me feel something. And you know, I hate movies that make me feel. I never want to feel ever again. Oh, God.
We got a Shudder original.
Brooklyn 4-5. Is this the prequel to Brooklyn 99?
That's the first thing I thought. When I saw Brooklyn 4-5, I was like, Brooklyn 99?
Yeah.
What? No Andy Samberg.
Damn it. What about Cruz?
No dick in a box.
Damn it. Step one.
Your mom said hi. All right, 3,
Gee.
2, 1, play.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where's the gabagool? What makes this major so major?
It's got Pearl vibes.
Since she checked out. So she killed herself?
Oh,
Mm. All right. This dude's a seance Nazi.
yeah. A Sansi?
Martin Scorsese. So they're going to hold this circle the whole movie? Oh, they broke it. They're going to be in that room the entire time. I'm in. I might have to stick this in to check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, AMC.
Shudder.
I can't believe it's not Shudder. We'll see.
I mean, we'll put it on a pile, you know. Full Circle from director Steven Soderbergh. All right.
I like this chick. She's on Atlanta. I think she was also the chick in The Joker.
Okay.
All right. Oh, it's on Max. All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Dennis Quaid, huh? They're bringing Timothy back.
Oliphant?
That Kanye bio looks crazy.
I'll peep it at some point. I'll put it on list. You know what I'm saying? Full circle, though.
All
Indiana
right.
Jones.
3, 2, 1, play. They're going to show the dial. Ah! What is this, a Martin Scorsese film? Love the joke.
I mean, it looks good.
Looks like an Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Dial of Destiny is like a play, if it's going to be something like a play on that. You know that thing that they found? They don't know what the hell it is, but it's like it's almost fossilized at this point, but it looks like it's a big gear.
That
But it's
clock, that fucking supercomputer.
Something like that.
Yeah, they've actually figured more out about it. The Greeks used it as it could tell you where the moon was going to be. It could tell you all kinds of shit. Like it was the first supercomputer
machine. Yeah. I wonder if that's what the movie is going to be centered around. If that's what the dial is, you know.
I mean,
they've been lying to us about our history.
It's all connected.
Say it ain't so.
This is part 1. Are they going to do 2 parts of this movie? Come on.
I think this is it. Like this is like Fast X, but like less family. You know, because they're going to do 3 parts of this and end it. I think that they're going to do 2 parts of MI and end it.
That makes me just want to wait for them both to come out so I can watch it. Because it's like, I haven't half the movie.
It's true.
I haven't watched a Mission Impossible movie since
since the first one with him in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going back and checking them out.
I think the last one I watched was the 3rd.
Well, let's see. Tom Cruise hang outside of an airplane, right? Got to do that, right? 3, 2, 1, play. He really did that. That was a real stunt. He did it.
That's why he's got that parachute on, in case he misses.
They were like, we could green screen this. He's like, fuck, I look like a pussy. He gets up in some dude's face. Are you calling me a pussy? No, sir.
Bring me my box.
Ethan, this mission is impossible.
Is it Ethan Hunt?
Yeah.
The darkness is your ally. The world? I don't know who that dude is playing the villain, but he's Bond level.
Yeah.
I mean, for real, he's going to do it, dude. He's really gonna do it. I guarantee you, he did that. Like, he's made his own James Bond series.
Yeah.
Look, even the car chase. Got a train. Dude, they filmed this during COVID.
Yeah.
And it's just now.
This was the one where he got that cruise ship.
He did.
Yeah.
I say just release the movie in full. Even if it's fucking 4 hours, fuck it.
Yeah.
I think you're fucking yourself by splitting it up. But what do I know?
I'm just a fan. Yeah. I'm kind of excited about this trailer. That other one was fucking hilarious. So I'm pretty excited for this.
Yeah, we gotta peep this.
For sure. They're releasing movies so fast, we're gonna have to add another day. You know what I mean? we're gonna have to podcast twice a week, dude.
Tuesdays and Fridays or Wednesdays or
yeah.
We'll have to double down.
Yeah.
Start at like 5.
And just split it into 2. Damn. All right, let's do it.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. Is that Juneteenth? I think June 16th is Juneteenth.
16th or the 19th, right?
Oh, it's on the 19th.
Oh, God. We can't all die first. That's the tagline. That's fucking funny, dude. Oh, God. They're leaning into it. It's fucking great.
It reminds me of like the Wayans brothers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why Heidi mad?
We'll see.
You wanna argue? They argue with you? You mad?
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Did that say Swiss ploitation?
I think it did.
I love the way this movie looks.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Jeez.
I kind of
She's
want to
I'm
watch
down for
that.
bad
I'm,
Heidi.
dude, put that and check it out.
She's bad Heidi.
She is.
I love the
pretty.
grindhouse feel.
Oh, Heidi bad.
She pretty. What?
They were fucking bench pressing cheese wheels. Look what we got a teaser for.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this shit for a minute. You
Of
know.
course, can't leave a comment, but this premiered at Cannes.
Mm-hmm.
9-minute standing ovation.
I mean,
They said it. They were like, "It's Scorsese's masterpiece."
oh shit. Okay.
I'm like, "Have you seen his other movies?" Because
Yeah.
that's a.
Have you seen Taxi
Well,
Driver?
this is the one that comes in at 3.5 hours.
Is it?
Yes, 3 hours and 26 minutes.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Let's peep it. I can't wait. Haven't watched it. 3, 2, 1, play. It's just a teaser. By the way, this is the first time De Niro and DiCaprio's been in the same movie together.
Hmm.
Scorsese movie. Ooh. Well, Brendan
I didn't know.
Fraser.
Yeah, I didn't know who was in it.
Dude from Breaking Bad that killed the kid. All of them. Looks intense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pod
that
locked.
looks. Yeah, that looks intense.
Yeah.
Can you find the wolves in this picture?
You're damn right I can.
Look at that fucking thumbnail.
He's got a blowtorch, dude. Like what?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how long you think we'll
I
get
think
into the trailer before we see the brown cop uniform and a mustache?
I don't even give it 5 seconds before this trailer pops the fuck off.
Yeah, right. It's gonna open with some badass shit, right?
Man. Are y'all ready?
Oh yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. Uh, Came for the trailer, stayed for the song. Look at this guy. Shoot him up.
I mean,
we finally ran out of bullets. Completely different movie. He's like, I'm gonna need you to stage a dance off to get me out of this. Up.
Every character in these trailers just walk like a badass. There's always that shot.
He's about to fuck these dudes up. Dude shook. That's not gonna stop him.
no, dude.
Where'd that water come from? I wasn't there a minute ago.
Dude, the beat alone is keeping him impervious to damage.
He's got AirPods in. Exquisite.
No fucking way. Oh my god. Elephant beats car, right?
Every time. Down, Bubba. Ooh. It says YouTube.
Damn.
I don't blame you. That's a trailer.
I mean, that we just watched a whole scene.
Yeah.
I mean,
Couple.
sheesh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was released like 3 hours ago. It is the final trailer for The Flash. The final.
All right.
Beautiful main footage.
3, 2, 1, play. Well, he's back. But then there would be no Batman.
Really cool choice.
I know, right? The
Couldn't
Pink
have picked
Floyd
a better
cut.
song, dude.
Yeah.
Gonna have to go to the theater.
Yeah.
Saw another clip on, I think it was on TikTok, but it was an ad. She wants to go see his apartment. And he's like, oh, hang on a second. He goes up there and cleans it real fast. Then lets her in.
That. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the theaters and see that. Have y'all seen this trailer? Tour de Pharmacy.
Mm-mm.
This is from 5 years ago. This popped up randomly on my YouTube.
I saw it in my feed, but I didn't because it was Joe Blow.
Dude, just wait until you see. This shit looks so goddamn funny. We might end up watching it soon.
Is he doing like Arnold?
Kinda. Like you'll see. It's fucking great, dude. Like I was laughing my ass off at this trailer.
All right. Oh, HBO.
Yeah, not Max.
Damn, they gotta go back and change everything.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Fuck, 30-something years of shit. Like, remove the logo. All right, 3, 2, 1, play. Is that Danny Glover?
Yeah.
Shit.
That makes sense. This was directed by the same guy that did John Bronco.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. I mean, I'm gonna watch it just for the star power.
Dozens. Oh, that's back when it was HBO Now.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw that pop up, I don't remember watching the trailer for it, and I was like, dude,
never.
That shit looks great.
I'm gonna put it in and check it out so I can remember. Whip.
Mario, right?
Mario.
I mean, I'm ready for it.
Me too.
You know what they say?
What?
Hit it.
The check's in the mail.